Coin.
Hey there, YouTube coin community. It's Dustin with CoinOp, and today we are going to take a look at coin grading and whether or not you should send your coin off for third-party grading and slabbing. So let's dive right on in. To grade or not to grade? That seems to be the big question that I get asked a lot. I see it posted in groups all the time, whether or not somebody is asking whether or not they should grade a coin, or they are stating that they are sending a coin off for grading. I decided it would be a good idea to take a look at when you should send a coin off for grading and when you should just put it in a 2x2 flip and add it to your collection. So, when it comes to coin grading, it depends on what coin company that you want to go with. PCGS has a very strong reputation. They are highly recommended, and everybody in the industry knows who they are. Now, PCGS, you do have to be a member. There is a minimum amount of coins that you have to submit. So to submit coins to PCGS, it starts out at around $36 a coin. So it can get pretty expensive pretty quickly. Same with NGC. With NGC, you also have to be a member, and once again, you have to submit at least a minimum of 5 coins or more. And again, it can cost around $32 and up per coin. So it can get pretty expensive. Then you have Annex. Now, Annex is also a top tier third-party grading company, and they are much more affordable. Their prices range down around $12 to $15 a coin. Now, there still is a set amount of coins. I believe you have to send a minimum of 5 coins, but you do not need to be a member. So again, even though it's much more affordable than the other two that I mentioned, it still can get pretty expensive. Now, myself, I am an error and variety collector. I like to coin search, find double dies, repunch mint marks, various mint errors. So, when I come across these, which ones should I send off for coin grading? Well, the way that I do the math on it is if I have face value invested in a coin, if the value of that coin, and this is personal to me, you can do it however you want to, but if the value of that coin is $100 or above, I typically will send that coin off to a third-party grading company to have it graded and holdered. The reason I would do that is because if I ever decide to sell the coin in a third-party graded holder with the coin's designation written on it, there is no question as to what that variety is. And now keep in mind, I do collect primarily error and variety coins, so it is much more helpful with the fellow collector when there's no question as to exactly what it is that they are looking at with the coin. So that can be beneficial to me. And also, sometimes on certain coins, it helps to have them graded certified because you can fetch a little bit more money. For example, if you were to go over to eBay and take a look at early large cents, early coppers, you will see ones in low grade. I'm just going to say around a good 4 condition, a G4 condition. Now, if you're looking at them on eBay, don't look at the ones that people have buy it now prices. Look at the ones that people are actually bidding on, and also look at realized sale prices. Go to auctions that have ended and take a look at what they actually sold for. But if you're taking a look at the ones in a G4 condition, you'll see that raw, not graded, just raw, they typically trade between 40 to 70 bucks, maybe a little bit more, sometimes less. But if you look at the same exact coin that is in a third-party graded holder, you'll see that they are selling for around $80 to $120. So just by being in that holder, they're fetching a little bit more money. Now, that is not true with all coins. If you were to take a look at something like a 1995 double die obverse. Now, let's just say it's an MS65 and you have one that is raw and you have one that is in a third-party holder. Well, if you take a look at what an MS65 1995 double die adverse DDO-001 or FS101 would sell for or has sold for on eBay, you will see that the average price is between $40 and $50. Well, if you take a look at what they sell for in a holder, the average price is between $40 and $50. So in that case, having it in a holder does not really help with the value. And the reason is because there are a bunch of them out there. That is a common double die. So if you were coin searching and you happen to find a circulated 1995 double die adverse, and you go and look it up for value and you find out that it's worth between $5 and $15, that coin would be best to put in a 2x2 flip, write down its designation, and add it to your collection. It would cost you more money to have that coin put in a third-party graded holder than you would get if you decided to ever sell it. Now, the other thing that I see a lot of is people see in heritage auctions or Stax Bowers auctions or legend rare coin auctions some of these really super high MS coins. Now, coin grading is done on a scale of 1 through 70. 60 through 70 is uncirculated. 70 is being flawless perfect. It is exceptionally rare for a coin to ever have an MS70 grading. Now with Lincoln Cents, you will see some things like a 1965 Lincoln Cent graded MS68 that sold for $2,000 in auction, or $3,000 or $4,000, or just some obscene amount of money. The reason that that coin is fetching that kind of money is because it is the top graded coin for that year. There are none graded higher. If one was graded higher, that coin would be worth a heck of a lot less. So when I am looking around on Facebook or any of your social platforms, and I'm in any of the coin groups, and I see these people that have these posts of regular uncirculated Lincoln Cents, and they're asking whether or not they should send them off for third-party grading, the answer is a flat-out no. Just either add it to your collection or spend it. Uncirculated modern coins are very, 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 very common. You can find them all over the place. The only way that you are going to fetch that big amount of money that you see in these auctions and you see these realized prices is if that coin is the top graded coin for that year. Typically, an uncirculated Lincoln Cent is only worth between 10 cents and maybe $1 max. So it's not worth it to send those in. But when it comes to your error variety coins, if they are worth, in my opinion, $100 or above, I like to send those off for third-party grading. It can be beneficial. Now, also, third-party grading does come down to your own personal preference. If you would enjoy having the coin in, say, something such as a Whitman folder or in a 2x2 flip, well, then by all means do that. But if you prefer having your coins in a third-party graded holder, well, make sure it's worthwhile to do it. Well, there you go. Hopefully that helps answer a few questions on coin grading as to when you should and when you should not coin grade. If you enjoyed this video, do us a huge favor and hit that thumbs up button. The more that you interact with the video, the more it encourages YouTube to share our content with more and more people. Also by subscribing. If you are not yet subscribed to the channel, click on that subscribe button, and while you are at it, click on that bell. That way you get notified immediately when we upload new content. Well, everyone, until next time, have fun.